Hey, it's Shelly Rose Made Art by the Métis Mama, and it's been a while since I've been on, and I wanted to do a project share. Our coffee tastes amazing. So, I've been up to all kinds of things, from making ephemera packs to making these little junk journal in a bag kits. So let's start with these. So my amazing friend made me all these bags. This one's my absolute favorite. I love bright colors. So these are pretty much all the same, so I'll just do this one. So I'm calling these Junk Journal in a Bag, and I did get professional stickers made for these. I just had a bit of a technical difficulty, so I wasn't able to use them. So I thrifted these cards for like 25 cents, and I got a bunch of them. And so I just stamped my logo on them and then just wrote inside Junk Journal in a Bag. And look at these cool drawstring bags. I'm just gonna make sure I'm in frame, which I am. Thanks again, Teresa, for making these, but let's pull these all out now. I think I did share some of this before, but I wanted to share it again because I completed them, right? So what I did is I just took some scrap fabric to use as a ribbon for the tag. And then I also did this. If I can pull it off nice and gently. Come on. Jeez, how much tape did I use? So, you know, stuck on the front cover of the bookshelf just says, "Thank you for your purchase. My contact information, my logo, and my QR code to connect with my socials." And on the back, it is basically saying what it includes, what's in the cellophane bag, and then what you will need to put your journal together. So that just gets put on the front. So each kit comes with a gutted bookshelf and a variety of different papers. I had to fold many of them to make them fit in the bags. So this was a great learning curve to figure out what kind of bags I need. And I really do love the size of these bags, but I think in hindsight, I would prefer the bags to go more vertical. So instead of them being wider, I'd rather have them maybe more like this, where they're kind of more like that wide, but then longer. I think that would be better because then everything can stand up vertically. Even if it was a little bit wider, it would be okay. You know, that would work so much better. But these are so fabulous. I love them. So like everything's a learning curve when you're trying a new product, right? So I still have tons of these bags, so I will use them up before I get more bags, and maybe by then I can make my own. I want to get a sewing machine. However, I do like supporting other local artisans as well, so yeah, we'll see what happens there. So these are just a variety of the different pages that I put in here. I absolutely love this book. So this was like a folk art book on like how to paint wood. And they're just like so cute. I thought these would make such great pages when I seen those. This is wrapping paper. I am completely out of scrapbooking paper, so I wish I could find some at the thrift store, but lately I haven't been able to find much scrapbooking paper. But that's okay. It makes me go through all my other stuff that I have in my stash. So as you can see, there's a lot of children's book pages in here because I just absolutely love children's book pages. They're so fun and whimsical. I also love using coloring book pages, especially ones with wildlife or flowers. This one is actually from a Jane Austen book, which, I mean, I'm not in love with Jane Austen stuff, but I thought it was pretty, so I added it. And there's no rhyme or reason to the papers. Nothing's really in a theme or anything. It's just what I had in my stash. So that's the papers. So I'm just gonna stick that back in the bag. Then you get a ephemera pack. So I'll just gently open this, hopefully without tearing, and have a sip of coffee. That is such good coffee. Okay. Put these off to the side. So each kit comes with an ephemera pack, and each kit, the ephemera pack, is in one of these envelopes, some kind of a pattern envelope. So this one's a doll one, which is really cute. So you do get a few of my personal faces and printables. I definitely wanted to include some of my, like a personal touch to these. So that's what you get of my personal stuff. And then the rest is just all random things. There's some stickers and die cuts, like the butterfly wing and the dragonfly there. And then just random, there's some more stickers. Things, that's some vellum and pictures, quotes, vintage illustrations. So all kinds of different things. This is like a tag, wildlife pictures, it's another tag, a doily. I tried to put like a variety of different things in each one because, you know, you never know what people are gonna like. So it just kind of gets you started, right? And you have a little something to work with when you get your kit. And like I said, every single ephemera pack in these junk journal in a bag, junk journal kits in a junk journal in a bag. Everyone is different, so all the ephemera is different in each kit. Okay, so you get that. Then you get this bag, and it's just got a couple different, these are so cute. These, I thrifted, these are actually cards. And look how cute the backs are. I just love whimsical stuff, right? So they were perfect. So every kit will have 2 of these jumbo cards, and you get one face card and one regular card. And then you get one of these cards. I don't even, Simon Swipe. You get one of those cards. You get one of these Bella Sarah cards with the mystical creatures on it. You get one of these Ben and Holly cards, and then you get one of these oracle cards or guidance cards. So lots of variety of cards. You get a tea, because you need to have a tea or coffee when you're creating. It's just part of the process. Okay. Every kit will come with a sticker of my artwork. So this one, you get Brave Girl, and that idea of this is that you would put this on the cover of your junk journal once you collage it. And these are the collage squares that you get with this kit. So every kit will get a variety. So this is wrapping paper. We got some wallpaper, atlas paper, another piece of vintage wrapping paper, scrapbooking papers. These are all scrapbooking papers here, or cardstock, or whatever you call it. I don't know what the proper term is. I think it's scrapbooking paper. There's different ones in this one. This is wrapping paper. This is wrapping paper. This is wrapping paper. Whoops. This is from a book. And yeah, most of it is like, and these are dictionary pages. And I did lay these out on the cover of the bookshelf to make sure there was enough papers, and it is. So, and you get this cute little bag, which you can use for something as well in your junk journal. Okay. And then in here, I just used an elastic, but let's just open this up. I could have used some fancy ribbon on here, but I thought I have tons of these little tiny elastics and I wanted to use them up, so I just used one of these little elastic bands. So in here you get some fabric, and the idea is to line the inside part of your journal with these. So this is a pink with beaded pink beaded hummingbird fabric, and I also included this one here, blue, with a beaded flower, and this one. So this one piece would go on the inside cover, and the other piece would go on the inside front cover and inside back cover, and then this would be to use on, I guess I should have just left this out. Where is it? Actually, I'm gonna get one of my journals. Hang on. Okay, so here's one of my journals. So this is the idea. For this closure, I just used a headband, and it was a little bit long, so I put it in a knot and tied a little thing on it. But anyways, let's get back on track here. So all the fabric that you get in here will be some to be used here on the spine and in here, so it's long enough so it cover both sides, but it's also for the inside cover here and inside cover here. Or alternatively, if you don't want to collage your book, you can use it to cover your book with fabric as well. So it's totally up to you, right? It's your kit. And let's put that aside. So I really love these fabrics, and I have a lot of this one, and I wanted to kind of purge it because I've been using it for a long time, and after I've used fabric for a while, I get bored of it, so I want to purge it. And I had a lot of this. This was gifted to me, and it's just such beautiful fabric, and I wanted to share it. It's got that indigenous flair that I love with the beadwork. So yeah, so there's these, and this is also for using on the spine as well if you want. So there's lots of choices for how you want to put your journal together. This is for the tie. So a lot of times when I make my journals, what I like to do is, once it's done, I didn't do it on this one for a reason, but anyways, what I would do is take some Mod Podge and I would adhere it on here, and then I'd take my heart and adhere it over top just for extra security, and then that's the tie. That's what this is for. So again, totally up to you, right? Everybody has their particular styles that they like, how they want their closures done. But this is of course, a kit in my style, and this is one way that I do my closures. And then you get a variety of ribbon and trims and yarn and so forth to make your fringe here. And then you get some yarn to tie your signatures in, because and some twine to sew your signatures. So when I make my junk journals, what I like to do is, as you can see here, you pull this can be pulled out. The idea is this embroidery floss is to sew your signatures together, because these are sewn together. And then this yarn here is to tie in each signature. So each junk journal has enough for around 2 signatures. I'm sure you could probably make 3, but I kind of just focused on 2 signatures, so there's enough papers in there for 2, but you could certainly add more papers, turn it into a 3 signature junk journal. But that's what these are for, because I used to sew my signatures right into the journal, right? And then I just found it kind of a pain because when I would do a layout. So I like this idea of being able to pull the whole signature out and then slip it right back in. But that's me, and everybody has their preferences, right? So, okay, the next thing we have is a couple different kinds of paper clips and some more scrap fabric here to make some fun altered paper clips for your journal. And then lastly, we got a little kit here that has a variety of different beads. So let's just open this up. So this one here, you got this really awesome handmade paper bead, which I did not make. I thrifted these, and each kit has one of these. Each kit comes with one of these big feathers. There's 2 silver ones and these sort of goldy bronzy ones. You get wire to thread your bead charm, an eye pin for the feather to hang off of once it's threaded with your wire, but these all go with your, right? So you would make a little charm out of those, and there you go. And I do have a video on how to make junk journals somewhere in my videos. How did I, oh, there was tape on here. Okay, I wasn't sure how I closed this. Okay, there we go. Let's close that up again. I'll put everything back in here. So always put paper clips, go down there. Put everything in there. I just came back from a market. I did my very first local farmers market today, and it was really quiet, but that's okay. I need to get out of the house and connect with the community more and build up my local customer base and start trying to be a little bit more sustainable. Not just, yeah, sustainable, because I took a step back, a big step back with my art, but oh geez, I broke it because I pulled on it too hard. Get a different one. Okay. So I decided, you know what, I need to get out for my mental health. I need to connect with the community more so that I have a customer base and provide that consistency and reliability as an artist here in Rocky. So, yeah, so these all go in here and here, and there we go. And so that is the junk journal in a bag, and I made 4 of them, each one a little bit different but the same. Let's see here. This one, let's see, not this one. There's 2 with the same sticker. 2 have the same sticker. So 2 have this sticker and 2 have the other sticker that I showed you. So, but they're basically the same, right? And like similar fabrics. Yeah, everything's pretty similar. So there's those. And then I also got busy making some ephemera packs because, you know, us junk journalists, we have tons of paper just laying around. And so I'm keeping these ones really cheap because I just want to purge some of the stuff that I have. I am willing to mail these away if anyone's interested. They're $5 a pack. So this one is like a winter Christmas theme, and there's a lot. I think there's a fair amount in there. Like, it's not too thick, but it's enough. I feel like it's $5 worth of fun stuff. This one is like a spiritual theme. There's like angels and Mother Mary. You know, I tried to, this is like a Noah's Ark scene from a children's book. And so, yeah, I just tried to like do themes here. This one is gardening and bugs. This one is travel. This one is, can't talk. This one is boys and men. And I do have one that's for women too. Is it this one? Nope. Here's it. This one. Boys and men, and then this is women. And then this one here is love and romance. This one here is mixed, a little bit of everything. This one here is children and animals. So the only thing is, like, they're $5 a pack, but then I have to probably charge you more for shipping. So, because some of them, like, it's paper, so it's a little bit weighted, but I don't think it will be too much. And then this one here is artsy. So it's like kind of everything sort of what I would say is artistic. So it could be related to music or painting. It could be dolls, whatever, right? So it's a mix of a little bit of everything. And then this one is ranch / farm life. And then this one here is like the beach / ocean. And lastly, we have animals. So yeah, so I have all those. And then I'm gonna do a flip through of my 2 most recent junk journals that I finished. So I try to keep these ones simple. So you already seen this is the closure with the headband. And this heart that I felt matched really nicely with this journal. This one does, I usually put a bead charm on with my tassels, but this one I wanted to simplify it, and I just kept it really basic because I got this really cool sort of fringe on here, and I felt like that was enough for it, that it didn't need a bead charm, so that's why I didn't put one on. And it's got this really beautiful hummingbird beaded fabric. I mean, you know what I mean. It's not real. It looks like beads. I wonder if these are actual photographs of beadwork. I don't know. And it's got a collage of all kinds of really cool pictures on it. I love this one here with the baby in the cradle board. Super cute and vintage. That's a vintage picture from a vintage book. And she is a magic maker is what this one is called. And I didn't put a pocket in here. Usually I always put a pocket, but I left it blank. Again, I just was trying to keep this one really simplistic. This one's $65. It's got 3 signatures. All my cover art is original art. So that's how I make up some of the pricing, is because it is original art. So here's the first signature here. My 7-year-old is napping upstairs in the living room, so I need to try to not be too long in here. Here's the second signature. I love this hummingbird pictures from a book. It was kind of like warped. Water had gotten to it, so I managed to salvage most of the pictures in there, but there was a few that were too warped to use. And you know, some people like that, so okay. And then you get this card. And there's a pocket right here with a couple things in it. And very simplistic, right? Like I didn't do a whole lot of anything in this journal, which is, you know, I do keep my journals pretty simplistic, but a lot of times I do add journaling cards, extra pockets, but this one I just decided not to. So and then this goes on here like so. So there's that one, and I have one more I want to do a through of. Let's see. Okay, this is the second one. Again, I kept this one really simplistic. It's got a fringe here. Beautiful sunflower fabric. I did tie a couple charms off the inside signatures. So one has a flower and one has a leaf. And it says, grow where your roots are planted. And there's the back side. So that's what I was sharing in my junk journaling kits. This is how I often do my closures. I just use Mod Podge and I adhere down the closure with a heart. Okay, so let's just check this out here. So again, really simplistic. I did not put an inner pocket, which I normally do. Going along with the theme of the deer, I put that right at the front. Did some fabric tabs on some of these, threw some ephemera in there. If I had all the time in the world, I'd take a lot more time doing more special things inside each of my journals, but I really don't have the time to do that. That's why my journals are pretty simplistic inside, you know. I'm always amazed at people who have time to add all this extra work just for one journal, because I don't have the time to do that. I was lucky to finish these last 2 journals because I haven't had the time or energy to put into them. So it's nice to be able to add little extras to it, but I just don't have that, unfortunately. So this is a card. Threw in a couple. So each journal has one of my hand-drawn whimsical girls that you can color in yourself. So that's like original art as well as the cover. And I just love this one. It's so cute. Okay, getting near the end here. Another little pocket with some quotes and whatnot in there. And there you have it. So that is journal number 2, and both of these journals are $65. So something you're interested, please let me know. I do want to slowly ease myself back into shipping again because I need the income. And I like sharing my art with people. So that is it for today. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to send me an email at artbythemétismama.com if you're interested in anything you just seen. I do have PayPal for my American customers and e-transfer here in Canada for my Canadian customers. Thanks for watching.